Hi guys, Martin88 here. Welcome back to another FIFA 22 video, and today we're going to be talking about the market and trading. So I'm going to be giving you a few tips and tricks just to give you that little bit of advantage, and so that you can just compete on the same level as everyone else, because it follows the same sort of trend every single year, and I'm going to give you that insight. But before we do go into that, it'd be wonderful if you could also go and drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. Let's get into it. Right, so one of the key factors that I need to draw your attention to is the release dates, and this is going to be different for everybody watching because there is three. Okay, so the first one is on the 22nd of September, which is EA Play. Right, don't get confused with early access and EA Play. EA Play is a subscription, a monthly subscription, which I think is $3.99. Me personally, I've brought it for 1 month, and that will allow me 10 hours on the game before early access arrives. Okay, so that is the first release date. The second release date is early access, and that is on the 27th of September. That is when everybody can just go free reign on the game and spend as much time on it as you will. But you only get that if you've purchased a certain edition of FIFA. Okay, and the third one, of course, is just the full release. So if you've brought the standard edition, that is on the 1st of October, and all three of these dates are going to have a massive impact on the market and when you should buy, sell players, etc, etc. And that is what we will go into now, and I've got some examples for you. Okay boys, so the first example I've got for you is Alan St. Maximin, right? Okay, and obviously this is data drawn from FIFA 21, because of course there is no market for FIFA 22 yet, and we are looking at a player like Alan St. Maximin because he's lower rating, he's got loads of pace, and he's going to be a very desirable player become the start of the game, along with, say, Malin at Dortmund, or we could be talking about Quincy Promes. There's loads of players out there like that, you know, cheap, fast players. Rafa in the Portuguese league, etc, etc. But what I want to draw your attention to is right here on screen now. So you can see at EA Play, he was 46,000 coins, right? And this is what you need to pay attention to, okay? This is, of course, the 10 hours. And then, as we move past early access and then into full release, literally a day or two after full release, he is 80,000 coins, right? So he's nearly doubled in price, okay? And that is because at EA Play, there's a reduced amount of people on the game. People don't have coins. They're opening their packs, etc, etc. They're just getting, you know, just getting things together. Come full release though, boom, everybody is on there. The hype train gathers, supply and demand. There's more people wanting him, so obviously the price goes up. You will always see a little dip come full release or early access, like the day that comes out, because you've got new people coming on there and they're spamming packs, they're opening them. Once that gets out of the way and they've opened those packs, then it starts to settle. The peak time where these players will be at their highest is before the first weekend league, which you can see on this example here. It is just after full release and just before the first foot champs, right? So yeah, keep that in mind. And I think the big thing to take out of that is if you pack someone desirable that you think is desirable, there is no textbook on that, on like EA Player Early Access, keep hold of them. Keep hold of them until a few days before the first weekend league, then sell them on, and you should make a very healthy profit. Right, let's go on to example number 2. Okay, so our second example is our good old friend Adama Traore, everyone's favourite card come the start of FIFA with that zoom, electric pace. So I'm not going to spend as much time on this one as I did with St. Maximin, but this one is just to back up the points that we made. And as you can see on screen right now, an EA Play, Adama came out, he was about 15k, right? Just after full release, in between full release and the first weekend league, he doubled in price to around 30,000 coins. So again, you can see there, you pack someone good early on, hold on to them for a week or so just after full release before the first weekend league. You will be able to sell them on for a profit. So just be a little bit patient. Of course, if you're putting real money into the game, i.e. via FIFA points, you want to get as much for your money as possible. So by all means, open the packs early doors, and if you've got a few gems in there, maybe it's worth holding on to them so that you can sell them on for a bigger profit. So guys, before we move on as well, I just wanted to say that you don't always have to pack one of these cards either. If you've got some coins lying around, which I know you won't have many come the start of the game, but if you've got some and you want to actually make some investments, a good way of doing it early on is sniping, especially on the days of, say, early access or the full release. Although the profit margin would get smaller, you're going to have casuals or people that are maybe less than casuals who don't overly know what they're doing, and say a Dharma is going for 20,000 coins, they might well put him up for 13,000 coins just because they don't care and they want to get shop of him. If you're on the transfer market and you're putting 13,000 max bid into a Dharma on the transfer list, you might be surprised and you might get something crop up and then you've made a good profit. So yeah, that is something else to think about. But what we're going to talk about now, I've got two players, right, to keep an eye out for. Now these are going to be much larger investments, but hopefully you'll pack one of these because they'll be monsters. 2 ones to watch cards. Not Messi. Messi's not in this. So it's going to be Romelu Lukaku is the first one, right? There is no way on God's green earth that he is not going to bang 25-30 goals for Chelsea, right? He is going to get informs galore, and his ones to watch card is going to go like that every time he bangs in goals, because people will be thinking Lukaku's just scored 2. Lukaku's just got a hat-trick. He's going to be getting an inform. And what happens? He gets an inform. His ones to watch card goes up in rating. What happens if his card goes up in rating? His card goes up in price. So if you can get hold of his card early doors, that is going to be a massive W. Massive W. And of course, this won't be any surprise to you either. The second one is CR7. Cristiano Ronaldo, man. He is going to get informs galore as well, because of course there is no way he is not going to be scoring goals. He's already started, and again, the hype of him being in the Premier League, he's going to get informs galore, and again, that card is going to just go up in value mahoosively. And there are a few other cards like that, but we could go on, go on forever with this. But of course, any ones to watch card that you really think is going to kick into gear this season and guaranteed informs and stuff like that, maybe go and make an investment on it. It could be the best thing you've done this FIFA. Right guys, so they're my basic trading tips for the start of FIFA 22. I hope that they help some of you. I'm sure they will, because everyone's got to start somewhere. If they have, please go and drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. There's going to be loads more content coming your way. But that is it for today, guys, and I'll see you soon. See you later, guys. Bye bye.